Fundamentals of Project Management. This is a presentation on the roles, responsibilities, and skills needed in project management. The project management roles, we're going to discuss about three important roles: the role of integrator, communicator, and leader. As an integrator, the role of a project manager includes planning, executing, and monitoring. As a communicator, he is responsible for marketing the project, informing and reporting, and as a leader, he has the role of facilitator, coordinator, and motivating. As an integrator, his role is to make sure that the whole is bigger than the sum of its parts. We saw in the previous chapter that we have all these processes and plans of scope, schedule, budget, and quality, and the idea that they are related with the constraints of a project. We also saw the processes of team, stakeholder, information, risk, and contract management. All of these 9 processes, they need to be integrated, and that is one of the key roles of the project manager, meaning that they all have to be a coordinated effort. They are not separate entities or separate efforts. Project management means bringing all of those components into single effort that is coordinated and integrated. As a communicator, the role is about building support and trust in the project. There are many individuals, many stakeholders, and everybody has an understanding or has an idea about the project. So the role of the project manager is to communicate what is the project and understand, so everybody has a good understanding about its objectives and its goals. The other role is being a leader and leading the team to achieve the project goal, but it's also leading in terms of having the elements of integrity, clear goals, having a vision, providing support, giving recognition, focus on the team, and inspiration. All of these elements that make a good leader. The responsibilities of the project manager. These are related to some of the classic responsibilities of any manager, and that means planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. Planning means the development of all the project plans that are needed to execute the project. So there are going to be many project plans that are needed in the project that need to be developed and integrated. In organizing is ensuring that everybody knows not only the roles, that you have a structure that defines how the work of the project is going to be done, defines the different roles, the skills, and organizing how the work is going to be accomplished in the project. In directing, the role and responsibilities of the project manager is about telling when and what to do. It's giving the correct signals, the correct messages and communications so that everybody knows how things are going to be done, when they're going to be done, and why they're going to be done. In controlling, the responsibility is to ensure that all the project work is done according to the plans. So the project manager relies on a lot of information is collected. So it's very good to have a good project information management system that provides a project manager with all the data and information needed so that he can make good decisions based on the information that he is provided. The skills, there are 2 groups of skills. We're going to look first at the managerial skills needed in project management. Those are analytical, negotiation, problem solving, and conceptual skills. Analytical skills are the skills that help you make sense of information. So it's ability to make interpretations of what that means, of what these charts and what information means, so you can make the right decisions that help the project. You also need negotiation skills. It's finding solutions that are acceptable for both parties. And that is something that happens in project management a lot. It's not necessarily negotiating to get the best deal out of purchasing some goods or services, but it also means negotiating with different stakeholders and different people with different interests in the project, and the ability to make sure that everybody gets a balanced deal and an acceptable solution for both parties. Problem-solving skills are important. The project is constantly inundated by problems, small, little, big ones. And the idea is that how he can make sense of all of that, having a very good process so he can find the right solution and make the right decisions. Another important skill are the conceptual skills, and that means understanding of complex processes. The larger, more complex a project is, the larger the need for these skills. And the idea is that he's able to understand the complexity and be able to understand the process because he has the vision of the project. The project manager has to have a good understanding of everything that is happening without going to the details, but enough understanding so he can make a good process and make decisions based on that information. The other area of skills that are needed are the interpersonal skills, and those are the leadership skills, communicating skills, and behavioral skills. Leadership skills are very important. They help organize a group of people to achieve a common goal. And it's an art, not a science. That means that there are a lot of elements and characteristics that make leadership successful. In these skills, it means that ability for humility, it needs values, honesty, passion, following principles, the integrity, commitment that is needed. And this is an important skill for any project manager. The other important skill is communications. Whether they are oral communications, written communications, or nonverbal communications, the project manager said that he spends 80% of his time communicating. The project manager is going to be communicating not only what the project is doing, but try to build support and understanding of the project. And it's the most important responsibility and roles of the project manager, and what important skills that he needs to build. The other skill is related to behaviors, and that means building trust, empathy, having the patience, respect, and honesty. After all, the project manager is dealing with different people, different stakeholders and groups that have a different understanding, a different background, different cultural, political motivations, and the idea is that the project manager has to be able to understand that. He has to have the patience and demonstrate enough interest so that he can build that rapport, build that relationship with the different groups of people that are important for the project. Thank you very much. This has been a presentation on the roles and responsibilities skills in project management.